All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right. What's up? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. I'm your host, Chris Gonzalez, here on Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. We got a lot of games to go over today. We'll go over tonight's NBA playoffs. Then we'll talk about tonight's MLB Major League Baseball games. And then at the end, I'll give out my picks of the day. We'll start with the NBA here in just a second. Don't forget, we're usually live at 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and on the All Sports All Plays ASAP Sports Network on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well. If you haven't liked either one of those networks, please go like and subscribe to the on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at All Sports All Plays ASAP Sports Network. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's jump right into tonight's game. First game we'll start with the NBA. We have the Philadelphia 76ers against the Miami Heat. The Heat are 2.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 146 on the money line. The Sixers are plus 124 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 209.5. The Sixers have won the last two games in this series. Heat jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead with Joel Embiid back. Joel Embiid came back in Game 3, and the Sixers have won Game 3 and Game 4. James Harden went off for 30 points in Game 4. Finally showed up for a game in this series. Now we go back to Miami. Now we're for Game 5 is in Miami. I like the Sixers here. Sixers are playing better basketball right now. The Heat just are so inconsistent on offense to me. Yes, they're good. They're great defensively. Oladipo's been an X factor for him. But Butler is just a little bit inconsistent. The Heat just don't have that superstar. I think you need, especially the deeper you get in the playoffs. I think Joel Embiid is the difference in this. Miami Heat have nobody that can guard Embiid. I like the 76ers tonight on the road as underdogs at plus 124 on the money line. And I like the over the 209.5 in this game. I like the Sixers win tonight. Miami Heat have no answer for Joel Embiid at all. And the Heat they're too inconsistent for me. If they're hitting if Hero and them guys are hitting their threes, then they have a chance. But if they're not, then they're in trouble. For some reason, Duncan Robinson don't even hit the court last game. And he's usually a guy that's a good shooter that really helps Miami. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to look a little bit deeper in that. But I just think the Sixers have found their groove since Embiid has came back. Harden looked a little more comfortable. Tobias Harris is playing well. I just think the Sixers are going to be too much for the Heat. So I like the Sixers tonight. Next game in the NBA tonight, we have the Dallas Mavericks at the Suns. This game starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Suns are 6.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 290 on the money line. The Mavericks are plus 230 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 215. I think it's going to be a real close game. The Suns have not played well at all the last two games, and the Mavericks have won the last two games. They get this series tied at 2-2. Chris Paul has struggled mightily the last two games. I look for Chris Paul to turn it around tonight. I think the Suns play a better game. I think the Suns get the victory tonight. 6.5 points over me, and that's close. I think my play on this would be I would take the Phoenix Suns minus 280 and put them in a parlay just because I don't trust the 6.5. I think this will probably end up being a close game. I do like the over the 215. Okay. That's all the NBA for tonight. Tomorrow we have the Bucks at the Celtics. The Celtics are 5.5 point favorites at home tomorrow. They are minus 230 on the money line. The Bucks are plus 190 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 214.5. The Celtics got a big win last night versus the Bucks. This will be a big game. Big game coming up on Wednesday. We have the Bucks and Celtics tied at 2-2. Warriors took a 3-1 lead last night over the Grizzlies. I'll tell you what, these NBA playoffs have been good. You have 3 out of the 4 playoff series left are tied 2-2. So that shows you how competitive the NBA playoffs have been this year. Uh, Celtics Bucks tomorrow, I think it's going to be a real good game. I look for the Bucks to take this one. I know you're back in Boston. Though. It's going to be a tough one. The Celtics are starting to look like they might be the better team, especially without Middleton. I think the Bucks are really missing Middleton. Uh, we'll dig deeper into that game tomorrow. All right, that's all the. Then also tomorrow you have the Golden State Warriors at the Memphis Grizzlies. Uh, the Warriors stole a victory last night without Morant. Didn't play very well. The Memphis led most of the game, but the Warriors were able to come back at the win or at the end to win that game to take a 3-1 lead in the series. If Morant don't play tomorrow, I think this series is over. I think even if he plays, this series could be over. If not, the Warriors will finish the next game. I just don't see Memphis beating Golden State three straight three straight games to win this series. All right, that's all the NBA for tonight. And we'll move over to MLB, and then we'll move on to MLB. You got Dustin Reese put 100K in chips down in fantasy tonight for Mavs to take down the Suns. It could happen. The Mavs are playing well right now. All right, we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we'll jump into the Major League Baseball games for today. Enjoy this quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to jump right into the day's slate of Major League Baseball games. All right, we have one game in progress right now at the Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers. They just started not too long ago. They are in the second inning. The game is still tied 0-0. The Tigers are 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 172 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 134 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 6.5 runs. The next game you have is the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Pittsburgh Pirates. This game starts at 6:36 p.m. Eastern time tonight. With the Dodgers being 1.5 run favorites on the road, they are minus 240 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5 runs. You're going to have Gonsolin on the mound for the Dodgers. You're going to have Wilson on the mound for the Pirates. I like the Dodgers in this game. Dodgers are just a better team. Pirates have been struggling this year. Like they do about every year. They just don't spend that much money to try to compete really anymore. They do have a decent minor league system, though, because I go watch their minor league team a lot, the Indianapolis Indians, because they're right here in it's about 45 minutes away from where I live. So they have a decent minor league system. The Indians are usually a pretty good team, but for some reason they just never don't translate into the Pirates organization. But I like the Dodgers here at the -1.5 on the run line. Next game we have tonight, you have the Milwaukee Brewers at the Cincinnati Reds. The Brewers are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are -205 on the money line. The Reds are plus 172 on the money line as home dogs. And the over-under for this game is set at 8.5 runs. The Brewers have definitely been the better team so far this season. The Reds have got off to a terrible start. As you can see with a lot of the stuff you see on the table, I'm a big Reds fan. Been a Reds fan for about, I don't know, 30, 35, 36 years now. The Reds are terrible this year, have the worst record in baseball. They finally won a series this season just over the weekend. They have won the last, then they've won 2 in a row. First winning streak, first two back-to-back games they've won all season. And they won 3 of their last 4. So things will turn around majorly. I don't think so. We just don't have the pitching. The Reds got rid of too much last season between their pitching that they got rid of, and then they're also in the offense that we lost losing Castellanos and Winker and Suarez, which I figured we might probably lose Suarez, but I didn't think we was going to lose all of them. I figured we'd probably lose Castellanos too, just because I knew the Reds wasn't going to pay him. I thought they'd at least hold on to Winker. They didn't. And we got rid of too much for pitching. Then injuries have hurt us. Castillo came back, pitched a good game yesterday, and the Reds got a win over the Brewers. Tonight you have Hunter Green on the mound for the Reds against Peralta for the Brewers. Green's a rookie, really struggled his last time out, and it was against the Brewers. Gave up 5 home runs in 2 2/3 innings. I don't know why Bell left him in there that long. Why you leave a rookie in there that long to give up 5 home runs and just run their confidence makes no sense to me at all. Yes, I didn't understand that at all, but I'm hoping Green's gonna bounce back today. He might, but we might turn around and see him not. I'm hoping Green gonna bounce back today. He might, but we might turn around and see him not. But that could have just killed his confidence, and if that's what happened, and it killed his confidence, and the Reds could really be in trouble. But that could have just killed his confidence, and if that's what happened, and it killed his confidence, and the Reds could really. And yeah, because the Reds could be in trouble because he's one of their top prospects. Sorry about that. I was fixing the sound issue. But anyway, like I said, I'm a big Reds fan. This is a game I'm not going to personally bet on, but if I was going to bet on this game, it would be the Brewers. Would be just because of the way Hunter Green's last start went against the Brewers. So I would lean toward the Brewers in this game if I was going to pick a side. All right, next game we have is the Toronto Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. The Yankees are -1.5 on the run line. They're -178 on the money line. The Blue Jays are +150 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7.5 runs. The Blue Jays are +150 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7.5. All right. I think this is going to be a real good game. The Blue Jays are 17-13 on the season. They have lost 5 of their last 7 games. They're going to have Kikuchi on the mound tonight. He is 1-1 with a 4.35 ERA with 20 strikeouts versus 11 walks. The Yankees are 19-8 on the season. They will have Cervino on the mound. He is 2-0 with a 3.75 ERA, with 23 strikeouts, 7 walks. The Yankees are 19-7 over their last 26 games. I like the Yankees in this game tonight at the minus 178 on the money line. All right, next game. We have the Boston Red Sox at the Atlanta Braves. The Braves are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 142 on the money line. Red Sox are plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7.5 runs. Red Sox are 10-19 on the season. They've lost 5 straight. They're going to have Whitlock on the mound tonight. He is 1-1 with a 1.25 ERA with 29 strikeouts and only 4 walks. The Braves are 14-16 on the season. They have won 3 of their last 4. They are 4-2 over the last 6 games. They're going to have Wright on the mound who has a 3-1 record with a 1.74 ERA with 37 strikeouts and 7 walks. I like the Braves in this game at the minus 142 on the money line. Braves have been playing better ball, and they have the better pitcher on the mound tonight. Then we have the Kansas City Royals. Or excuse me. We have the Astros and the Twins. I'll skip the game. We have the Houston Astros at the Minnesota Twins. The Astros are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are minus 142 on the money line. The Twins are plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7 runs. The Astros are 18-11 on the season. Actually, both these teams are 18-11 on the season. The Astros have won 7 straight. They're going to have Verlander on the mound. He's 2-0 with a 0.3 ERA. The Twins are going to have Ryan on the mound, who's been real solid as well, with a 3-1 ERA. Or a 3-1 record and 1.63 ERA, excuse me. He has 28 strikeouts and 7 walks to his credit. The Twins are 9-0 their last 9 games at home. Like I said, the Astros have won 7 straight. I think this is going to be a real good game. But I like the pitching matchup here, so I like the under the 7.5 in this game. Next game we have is the Kansas City Royals at the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 134 on the money line. The Royals are plus 114 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8 runs. The Royals are 9-16 on the season. Keller will be on the mound. He is 1-2 on the season with a 1.74 ERA with 19 strikeouts to 8 walks. The Royals have lost 8 of their last 11 games. On the mound for the Rangers, you have Hearn with a 1-2 record. He has a 6.53 ERA, 24 strikeouts to 10 walks. The Rangers are 11-15 on the season. They're 5-1 over their last 6 games. So the Rangers have been playing good games or good ball here. But Keller's been good on the mound. I'm going to go with the Royals here as the underdogs at the plus 114 on the money line. All right, next game we have is the Cleveland Guardians at the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 186 on the money line. The Guardians are plus 156 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. The Guardians are hitting have an ERA of 3.99 as a team. They're hitting 259 as a team on the season. They will have Quinter on the mound tonight, who has a 3.54 ERA with 17 strikeouts. He's allowed 19 hits and 1 home run in 28 innings of work. The Guardians are 4-1 over their last 5 games, and they have a record of 7-9 on the road. The Chicago White Sox have a team ERA of 3.34. They are hitting 225 as a team. They're going to have Giolito on the mound. He has a 3.20 ERA this season with 32 strikeouts. He's allowed 15 hits and 1 home run and 19 innings of work. The White Sox are 5-0 over the last 5 games, and they are 7-6 at home. So both these teams have been hot over the last 5. The Guardians made a big comeback last night to win a game. So I'm going with the White Sox with Giolito on the mound tonight to get the victory. So I like the White Sox on the money line. Next game you have is the Tampa Bay Rays at the Los Angeles Angels. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 112 on the money line. The Angels are minus 104 on the money line. So this game's close to being a pick 'em. And the over-under for this game is set at 8 runs. The Rays have a team ERA of 3.40. They are hitting 247 on the team as a team. They have Springs on the mound, who in 13 innings has pitched real solid so far this season. They are 4-1 over their last 5 games. The Angels have a team ERA of 3.55. They're hitting 241 as a team. They are 4-1 over their last 5. They're going to have Detmers on the mound tonight. This should be a real good game. I like the Angels actually in this game at home would be who I would lean toward. Next game is the Miami Marlins at the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Marlins are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are minus 134 on the money line. The Diamondbacks are plus 114 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 8 runs. The Marlins are 13-15 on the season. They have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They are 7-8 on the road. They're going to have Luzardo on the mound, who is 2-2 with a 3.08 ERA with 38 strikeouts to 12 walks. The Diamondbacks are 15-14 on the season. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. They have a 8-6 record at home. Bumgarner is going to be on the mound, who is 1-1 with a 1.50 ERA. He has 15 strikeouts to 11 walks. So he has struggled with his control a little bit. But the Diamondbacks have been hot. I'm going to roll with the Diamondbacks tonight as home dogs to stay hot, to continue to stay hot and pick up the win tonight behind Bumgarner's arm. So I like the Arizona Diamondbacks at the plus 114 on the money line. I would lean toward the under the 8 runs in this game. Next game is the Philadelphia Phillies at the Seattle Mariners. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are minus 126 on the money line. The Mariners are plus 108 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 7 runs. Phillies are 12-16 on the season. Been struggling offensively. They lost 5 in a row. The Mariners have pretty good pitching, but they struggle to score runs as well. You have Nola on the mound for the Phillies, Ray on the mound for the Mariners. I favor the Mariners in this game just because they have Ray on the mound, and with the Phillies offense not being a high-powered offense, I think the Mariners offense might be able to score a couple runs off of Nola. So I would go with I like the under the 7 runs in this game, and I would lean toward the Mariners as home underdogs at the plus 108. Next game, you have the Chicago Cubs at the San Diego Padres. The Padres are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 164 on the money line. The Chicago Cubs are plus 138 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7. The Cubs are 5-7 on the road. They've not been playing great. You're gonna have Miley on the mound for the Cubs tonight. Been having an all right season so far. The Padres have been hot. They're 9-5 at home. Clevenger's on the mound. He has struggled a little bit this season, though. So this could be a close game, but I like the Padres here at the minus 164 on the money line. And then the last game of the night, you have the Colorado Rockies at the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 200 on the money line. The Rockies are plus 168 on the money line. Over-unders at 7.5. The Rockies are a better team at home than they are the road. Sensatella has got off to a good start to the season. The Giants, I think, are the better all-around team. They're going to have Wood on the mound. He's been decent this season as well. I would lean toward the Giants at the minus 200 on the money line in this game. All right, that's all the Major League Baseball games for tonight. So now it's time to get to our picks of the day. Before we do that, listen to this short promo, and then we'll jump right into my picks of the day tonight.
Shanig, man. Fuck with ASAP Sports Network, man. Tune in, stay logged in, and stay mouthed in. You dig? Yuck mouth. Yada da. Boy!
All right. Jump right into my picks of the day. I like in the NBA tonight, I like the 76ers money line over the Miami Heat. That's the only NBA game that I like straight up. Well, no, wait a minute. Excuse me. I like the Suns money line as well. I like the Suns money line. So I like San Francisco. I like the 76ers money line and the Phoenix Suns money line in the NBA tonight. And then also we'll give out a parlay. I like the over 209 in the 76ers Heat game, over 215 in the Suns Mavs game, and under 7.5 in the Astros and Twins game tonight. So that's a 3-game parlay that I like. Is the over 209 76ers Heat game, over 215 Mavs Suns game, and the under 7.5 runs in the Astros and Twins game. All right, in the MLB tonight, excuse me, I like the Dodgers money line, the Yankees money line, the Atlanta Braves money line, the Kansas City Royals money line, the Chicago White Sox money line, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line. That's going to be my picks of the day. To recap, Major League Baseball, I like Diamondbacks money line, Chicago White Sox money line, Kansas City Royals money line, Atlanta Braves money line, the New York Yankees money line, and the Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5. NBA, I like the 76ers money line and the Dallas Mavericks money line. And then I have a 3-game parlay I gave out. 76ers and Heat over 209. The Mavs and Suns over 215. And the Astros and Twins under 7.5. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I'll get our picks of the day up on our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room here in a little while. Just to recap my picks today one more time. In Major League Baseball, I like the Dodgers minus 1.5, the New York Yankees money line, the Atlanta Braves money line, the Kansas City Royals money line, the Chicago White Sox money line, and the Arizona Diamondbacks money line. In the NBA, I like the 76ers money line tonight and the Phoenix Suns money line. And then I gave out a parlay, three-game parlay, 76ers Heat over 209, Suns Mavs over 215, and the Astros and Twins under 7.5 runs. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at All Sports, All Plays, ASAP Sports Network. We also have a sports talk show, GSR Gonzo Sports Room, live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be live tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern. Come join us for that. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form, Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, we have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes drop every Sunday. You can find that at Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. You can find a video version of it on Spotify at Gonzo's Wrestling Room and a video version on YouTube at Gonzo's Sports Room. Please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube page. We'd greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the All Sports, All Plays Network. They have a lot of talented analysts over there. I'm glad to be a part of it. You can find me over on the ASAP All Sports, All Plays Network at 1 p.m. Eastern for the ASAP Afternoon Blitz, Monday through Friday. So come join us for that. ASAP All Sports has a great morning show, ASAP in the morning. So go check it out. They have a lot of great shows on that network. So go check their network out. Make sure to check out the Gonzo Sports Room Network. Thanks for joining us today. We will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern with more Easy Money, a sports betting show. Have a great night. Be safe. Peace.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.